So last year I did a video talking about what's in my flight bag, and y'all seem to like it pretty much, so I figured to do another one this year. And I should say that this is not my dream flight bag setup because money's really tight, so there are some things I'd like to change here. I'll mention those, and I almost didn't do this video because of that, but it's more real that way, right? Like, you guys don't have unlimited money either. The biggest thing that I wanted to change is actually the bag itself. This bag is getting pretty small for what I do. I just would like to have some more room. So I'd actually prefer a backpack type bag, but that's money and I don't have money right now. I did try to move into this bag. It's just a regular laptop backpack. It's got a sleeve in the back for a laptop, and other than that it's a regular backpack. I tried to move into this one and it just wasn't working. The dedicated pockets for different aviation related things on this bag made it still win out even though it is a little bit smaller. So we went over this last year. It is the I forget exactly what it's called, some kind of iPad bag by Sporties. So its key feature is this dedicated iPad slot in the back, which we'll get to later. Other than that, you'll kind of see what it is as we go through it. Like last year, we'll start on the outside of the bag. So we've got on the side towards the camera there, we'll start there. Got a water bottle. Yes, staying hydrated is important. Staying caffeinated is also important, but that stays with my lunchbox, which we're not really going over today. Flashlight, this is the Streamlight Dually. Same one I had on here last year. Again, it's got two lenses. That's its feature. Let's see if I can... Got one there and one there. And I don't know if I said this last year, my favorite thing about it is I hook it like this, turn this in on, and it's like a floodlight, so you can see all around for doing pre-trip, post-trip inspection, etc. So I still use that one a lot. Spinning around to the other side, snack pocket. I think it's actually empty right now, so I need to refill that. It's got a wrapper in there that needs to be refilled. I do carry a lunchbox now, so it's not as big a deal, but I am a huge fan of having food when you are flying. You do not want to be up there being fierce hungry, and there's a story that I tell when I teach ground school about a student pilot who actually passed out because, according to the ruling, it was in Europe, I forget what their investigative branches there, but they ruled that it was mostly due to inadequate nutrition, that he actually passed out, fell asleep in flight for 45 minutes. Fortunately, he had the airplane trimmed out while he woke up and all was good. But have food. Water and food, very important. Another flashlight, this one's key feature is a red light. It's also a dual lens. This one's white, the other one's red. Not much there. This one here is called the Nightstick. I also had this one last year, so again, moving on. This here is the Pulse Ox. Again, I had this last year, and I showed it to you. I think I put a link to it. I've used this thing a couple times, and I don't actually trust this one. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just see what it pulls up on here. It's reading on my finger right now. I used this in flight one time, and it was kind of erratic, and it showed my oxygen was really, really low, and it shouldn't have been that low. I did have another pilot on board, so we were okay. It's saying 98% right now, so it's probably about right, and my heart rate is 84, 83, 82. Okay, my heart rate's dropping. And yeah, I've been sitting here, I guess I was moving around setting up cameras, so it could be right. I don't know. I'm not sure how much I trust this thing. So, yeah, but it still lived on my flight bag, so I guess that's worth something. But especially if you're going to rely on it, get a better one than this. This is a cheapie off of eBay, just a couple bucks. It's held on with the strap thing from my hand sanitizer from Signature Flight Support. This did not age well. I think right before the last time I did this video, I said, yeah, I'm not really a germaphobe, I don't really care about the hand sanitizer part, and then COVID happened right after that. Bad timing, Chris. Bad timing. But, I mean, I haven't refilled it, and that's how much it is, so I guess I should be using more hand sanitizer. Anyway, moving on. Another big thing that changed up top here is this handle. You can't see it on that camera as well. You can see it from the one above. So I'll switch to that one. Put paracord on my handle, and as you can see, it's not all there anymore. So I put this on thinking, yeah, you know, God forbid, maybe I'll be in a situation where paracord would come in handy and I would use it. Lo and behold, 2 weeks later, I forgot my belt, and so I made a paracord belt that day. And so, in case you're wondering, it's about 33 inches around here, and you know, a couple extra inches. So I took about, we'll say 40 inches off of that, so it gives you an idea how much paracord's on there. Just in case, it doesn't take up any space, and you know, I'll link the paracord below. It came off of eBay. I think I got 100 feet of it, and I still have this much left. Probably half of it, maybe even more than half of it, is still here. So it was like $8. So yeah, I think it's a worthwhile thing. Took $8 and maybe half an hour. I did it while I watched a YouTube video. So there it is. Let's go to the front pocket. I don't think anything's changed here. Oh, it's not even closed. All I have in the bottom one here is a wallet. It's got an AOPA card, an extra credit card, and my ground instructor certificate. The one thing that did change is my pilot certificate moved to my ID badge that I carry with my company ID, and that does not live in here. That lives with my uniform stuff, so that's not here. The good thing is I always have it at work, and it's always on my person at work, which is kind of important if I get ramp checked or anything. The bad thing is that I need to remember to bring my ID if I go fly GA at all. It's never happened that I forgot it yet, but partly because I don't fly GA much at all, but I'm afraid it will happen someday. Anyway, next pocket. A handkerchief. I'm just going to slide that aside here for now. I have a runny nose in the wintertime and allergy problems, so that's what that is. Timesheets for work, just, you know, all that stuff. This is my regular wallet. I just hate having stuff in my pocket, so this lives in my flight bag 90% of the time. It's got my photo ID, driver's license, credit cards. I mean, it's just a wallet. It's my regular wallet. Lens cleaner, glass cleaner, very important, and a towel for that, microfiber. Another microfiber towel, a comb because I still have hair, fortunately. I'm going to keep saying that till I don't have any, because that time's coming. Auxiliary cable, I think this came with my headset. I never use it because I have a Bluetooth headset, but it does live in there. And then an assortment of pens and a highlighter. Then there's another pocket right here, which is my gum and mint stash. So there's that. I'm going to go a little different this time. Last time I did the main pocket last, but since it's facing this way, we're going to go into the main pocket. Again, not much has changed. Bose A20, same one I had last year. Still working great. I have not changed anything on it. Actually, it does have one issue sometimes, that in some of the airplanes I only hear out of the right ear. I've tested against coworkers' headsets and theirs do not do it, but this only does it in some airplanes. At any rate, someday this is going to go back to Bose and get fixed. Yeah, I'm toying around with getting an in-ear headset. I'm also experimenting with some other stuff that'll probably show up later if it ever gets done. And yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Also in here, my battery pack. Yeah, 27,000 milliamp hour, 24,000 milliamp hour backup for my iPad and my phone, and this one has a wireless charger built into it for the phone, so I really like that. This is here by virtue of not having much space. It's called a MyClip. It straps onto your leg and holds an iPad. I don't actually use my iPad that much anymore in flight. When I do, I just pick it up and look at something, then put it back down again. I don't actually keep it up all the time. And this is a big change that I made. I think it was like a $4 or $5 change, but I finally put a first aid kit in my flight bag. So this is just a regular Equate brand out of the pharmaceutical section in Walmart. So 85 items, small kit, lays right in the bottom of my flight bag. I've used a Band-Aid or two out of it, triple antibiotic. It's there if you need it. Hopefully you don't, but You will someday probably, and better to have it and not need it than to not need it, or need it and not have it. So, and my sunglasses, I broke my trusty Ray-Bans. I lost a lens out of them. I want to get a replacement lens someday, but I haven't done it yet. So these are a cheap Walmart $10 aviators. They get the job done. One thing that's really nice about this bag is it's got spare battery holders. I'll put a close-up shot of them here. On the inside, up at the top, you can see where I'm reaching right here. The holds AA batteries because this takes AA batteries, so that's there for that. Body lotion. Special thanks to Hilton, I think, for this one. It's wintertime, that comes in handy. Allergy meds, because I do have allergies, and I have permission from my AME to use these, so occasionally I use them. Keep them in there. One thing on the ibuprofen real quick. I don't believe you're supposed to take ibuprofen and fly. This came out of my first aid kit, and I think I used one day right at the end of the work day. But do be very careful about taking this and then flying. Face mask, because this thing's terrible. I hate this face mask, but anyway, just in case I forget my good one. And mouthwash. Again, special thanks to Hilton, I do believe. One of the hotels. And junk. One good thing about doing this video every year is my bag gets cleaned out every year. And the back pocket. This is one thing that changed. Last year I had an iPad mini 3. This is the iPad Pro 11-inch. So you can see the nice big screen, smaller bezels in the old ones. It's got the Face ID and the swipe to unlock features that the new iPhones have. And this is not a real Apple Pencil. This is an Amazon off-brand, but it works very well. I really like it. Biggest thing is you got to remember to charge it, but it has like 9 hours of battery life per charge, so that's not bad. And an e-board and some junk. Once again, the same knee board that I had last year, Flight Gear iPad knee board. I have paper in it. I use this very rarely. It's another one of those things that just kind of still lives in there because nothing's replaced it yet. But yeah, if you're going to use a knee board, I do like this and it works very well. I just don't use a knee board as much because, well, you saw those time slips that we use. That's about all I write on anymore. In the back, quick reference card for study. I don't remember where I picked that up. Memes, not going to open that. That came from work. That is scrap paper. Old flight plans. I don't know how this got in there. Open that later. This is what I was looking for. My CFI written exam. I got the written done. I have not finished the CFI yet. Still working on that. Hudson River exclusion zone. I've never flown through there. The Hudson River SIFRA. Someday I want to do that. Oh, this is a flow chart from work about whether or not you need a takeoff alternate. So. It also has destination alternates. I forgot that was in there. I'll need that if I become a captain. Who do we got here? Washington, D.C. SIFRA course certificate. And I think this is an old medical. Oh, this is my temporary airman certificate from my multi. That goes back a ways. Once again, cleaning out. So that was short and sweet. I think I got everything. So that's what's in my Flight Bag 2021, and hope you liked it. Let me know what you want to see more of or less of, and we'll do this again next year. Thanks for watching.